I did want to say it's a gaming podcast after all.
Get to the gaming stuff, you dickhead. But, you know, this is all kind of relative because if you can't keep your house cool, you're not going to keep your rig cool. So there's the connection.
I haven't even done the intro. Speaking of intro. So we do have time codes for... If you're still listening, we do have time codes. And if you don't want to listen to the whole thing, you can always check the description wherever you listen to the podcast and click on wherever you want to listen.
And jump past our off-topic rants.
Yes, of course. And of course, we have a Patreon. So if you actually enjoy our ramblings and you want more of it, you can always check out our patreon.com/TheLankySoldier and get those, you know, that back catalog of released episodes and the brand new ones that are coming soon. I think you will enjoy it. I think we do some amazing work on the Patreon. So if you want to support the show and, you know, the channel and everything, go check it out. So
we like to have fun here. Lots of fun. That's all good fun.
Wait, what was the last thing we talked about Patreon? Trying to remember.
The last Patreon that we talked about was some of the stuff that was going on with the SAG-AFTRA strike.
Oh, yeah.
And I kind of let out a little bit of some behind-the-scenes perspective as to how, how actors are getting paid and how they're not getting paid. And it's not what a lot of people think. And I'll touch a little bit on this. Like there's this misconception that just because you're a voice actor, like we live this life of luxury. We don't. I mean, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. You talk to any of reach out to them. They are good people. I have reached out to many voice actors, no matter where on the totem pole they are, whether they're top tier actors like David Hayter, or they're your average Joe like myself, or Daniel J. McLean, or Melissa Medina. We're some of those, and Melissa is a union actress as well. So, but we're not rich. We get paid decent amounts of money in order to do the recording, but that's it. So in some instances, like that's all we're getting is that one time. So to think that, extras and NPC actors and, actors that are clawing their way up and actors that are established are getting paid these exorbitant amounts of money and living this life of luxury. It's I'm telling you guys right now, it's bullshit. Don't think that. There are a handful of actors and actresses in Hollywood that are at that level and make that obscene amount of money. Tom Cruise is one of them. Tom Cruise has also busted his ass in order to get to that point. So I kind of respect the man for the amount of money that he makes. He does his own stunts. He's worth the money that he gets paid. Robert Downey Jr., worth the money that he gets paid. I could watch that man balance his taxes, for fuck's sake, and, it would be entertaining in some regard. But it's not like that for everybody. So to see the communities and see...
I just want to say, do you know how I can prove to our listeners that you're not making amazing money from all that? Do you know how... Okay, guys, you have to understand how hard it is for us to record this podcast and how hard I need to force Ray to come over on Discord to whenever I record.
Because I work a day job a lot.
No, fuck that. Quit that. We record podcasts every day. Fuck that.
But that's the thing that people don't understand. It's like, your favorite voice actor, your favorite voice actress, you think of think of the Genshin team. I know a lot of those actors and actresses personally. And Genshin is a very popular game right now. And there are a lot of people in that community that think that those actors and actresses are getting paid exorbitant amount of money. Like, no, they're not. They're not seeing residuals. They're not seeing anything outside of that other than the exposure that they're getting for being attached to that project and the initial money that they made off of it. That's it. That's all they're getting. So, that's why you see a lot of actors and actresses that are out there that are doing like paid signings for autographs and paid appearances and stuff, because that supplements their money in between gigs. It's not that we're greedy. We're just trying to keep the lights on. And that's it.
Those sessions are quite expensive too. Go to Comic-Con is pretty freaking expensive.
I mean, for your higher end act, like let's just say Jess Harnell. Well, last Comic-Con that I went to, his signings were like $25 for an autograph. Billy West charges, I think, $5, $10, $15, depending upon where he's at, per autograph. William Shatner alone was charging $500 for a fucking picture. And that's William fucking Shatner. You'd think William fucking Shatner would be well paid off, that he could afford to just be like, I'll do a picture for $100. No. Like, he's got money. But he's not fucking like Robert Downey Jr. rich. He's not fucking Rupert Murdoch fucking rich. He's not like CEO like the people that are making all of the money off of these productions and stuff. It's not the actors. It's not the actresses. It's not the people that put the work in order to produce the damn thing. It sure as hell is not the game developers if you're in a gaming project. It's not the filming crew. It's not the director. It's the producer. And the people who, and the top ends at the studio and the shareholders, those are the people that are making all of the money. So if you ever see a movie come out and it's like, this is a really good movie, but yet the production companies are going, oh, it's a box office failure. Think about that, what they're saying. It's not that it's an abstract failure, a failure of a piece of art. It's a financial failure. And that is a phrase that is prevalent more and more and more. Box office failure. A movie could make billions of dollars. Millions of dollars its opening weekend. An obscene amount of money. Even be over budget what it cost to make that movie. And the studios will still say it was a box office failure. That right there should show everybody exactly, who gives a fuck about, the pennies and why everything is the way that it is. So don't just jump down an actor's throat. Don't just think that we're automatically being greedy. We're not. We just want to keep our lights on and enjoy what we're doing. That's the whole reason behind all of this, period. So I'll get off my soapbox as far as this topic goes, but I mean, it is very, very near and dear to my heart. And we are going to touch on this again in a little bit because there is one studio that actually finally said yes to SAG-AFTRA
you know what?
demands, and I'm happy about that.
This is already the longest intro ever. I'm pretty sure this is the longest intro we ever did on the podcast.
We're still doing an intro? Shit.
Is this? I don't know. I wanted to mention socials and then go on the next topic, but you know what? Might as well mention the 824 studio thing. Just quickly mention, and that's it. And we can end the conversation.
Yay!
So basically, for with all the strikes that are happening with the movies and everything, actors and voice actors and so on. There's only one studio so far that agreed to all the demands. It was the 824 Studios, or I don't know how they call it. 824. That's all I know. And for anyone doesn't know what they make, what kind of movies they made. So they made Ex Machina, Swiss Army Man, the recent movie that won an Oscar, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Funny enough, I did see the movie. I think it's overrated, but that's not the point.
I'm sorry, I just adore Michelle Yeoh. She's a fucking amazing actress. I'd watch just about anything with her in it. She's fucking spot on with her shit. I mean, her as Philippa Georgiou in Star Trek was just like the best thing ever. So I mean, but at any rate, I applaud the hell out of that. I'm glad that there's one studio at least who's finally taking a stand with us. Now the rest need to kind of fall in suit and understand that again, we're not doing this to be rich. We're not doing this in order to be wealthy. If we wanted to be obscenely wealthy, a lot of us would probably just aspire to be like top tier film actors. But a lot of us are happy being background actors. A lot of us are happy being, because you need those elements. You can't just have top tier A-rate fucking actors on the production and it work. It don't work.
Work is work.
Work is work. And we're happy to get anywhere. I mean, I get excited when I see a gig come in, and I get happy because it's like, fuck, I finally get to work. But I also hold a day job down too, and it's very hard in order to have to try and do both at the same time. So to see progress going on this, it makes me happy. I just want to see that progress continue, and I want things in order to get better for everybody. And I don't mean just actors and actresses. I mean everybody who busts their ass in order to try and make a living these days, and somebody else makes all the money off of it. That's a thing that's got to stop. So we'll move on now. But I'm props to 824. Thank you guys. Not that anybody's probably listening to this, but yes, thank you for saying that we matter. That's all. That's it.
And it's not like they're like a big budget movie studio either. They're not Disney or Paramount or whatever or Netflix.
No, they're like borderline independent, which makes me even happier. So like I'm hoping that it's like those smaller time studios that they go, we wouldn't have the establishment that we are now without the people that helped us make our projects. And that's a human mentality to have, and I will always salute that.
Yeah. One sec, I'm just making notes because my washing machine was beeping in the background. Just making sure that I will remove that sound.
And I thought I had the noisy background with the damn thunderstorm going on in the background off and on.
I was thinking like before, like, should I put a washing machine? It'll be done before we record. It wasn't done. Anyway, okay, so I don't know. Do we want to talk about the socials?